Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. Coming up tonight, we enter the final month of the regular season for spring sports. In the Coach's Corner, we're joined by the man leading the second-ranked baseball team in the state. Plus, our athletes of the week are brothers at Guerin Catholic looking to lead the Golden Eagles to another state title.
It's extremely special. You know, I played 2 years without my brother, so last year was an adjustment, you know, taking him to practice and everything. It was, you know, it's fun.
We're all smiles. The Zone Extra starts now.
Hi, everybody. Good evening to you, and welcome to the Zone Extra. I'm Anthony Calhoun. We enter the month of May, which means the final month of the spring sports regular season. Our Coach's Corner tonight, his Millers are the second-ranked team in the state and have high expectations again this season. Noblesville baseball coach Justin Keever is here in studio for a great conversation. Looking forward to talking to Coach. Plus, our athletes of the week from Guerin Catholic. They are brothers looking to help lead the Golden Eagles to a third straight boys golf state title. We're going to meet Leo and Eli Wessel. And on campus tonight, our feature spotlights a former Avon Oriole who was just selected in last week's NFL draft. Hear from new San Francisco 49er, Isaac Guerrero. Now, let's take a look at this week in high school sports. Last week was a baseball mudsock clash as Fishers hosted rival Hamilton Southeastern. Second inning, we pick it up. Hudson Dunn hits it back up the middle. The first baseman can't hang on to the throw. A one-run scores. Then there's a play at the plate. Safe there coming your way. That caps a 5-run inning for Fishers as they jump in front. Fourth inning, here comes HSC. Parker Olstein laces one into right field there. That scores a run. HSC trails 7-6 at that point. Seventh inning, we go now, and this one, Royals, well, they can't complete the comeback as Maddox Bach here grounds out short to end the game. Tigers get the win. 7-6 is the final. Okay, Saturday, top-ranked Center Grove hosted St. X out of Louisville, and Trojans down one in the fourth, but not anymore. AJ Beggs deep in the left center, and that's gone. A solo homer ties the game up here. Later in the inning, you got Noah Coy, a clean single to right. That plates another run, a 4-run inning, and Center Grove leads it 5-2. Sixth inning, Tristan Yearman hits a high chopper to third. He's out at first, but another run comes across the plate there to score for the Trojans. They win it. Final score, 8-2 is the final of that one. Okay, here's a look at this week's Class 4A baseball boys. Of course, Coach's poll, and we got Center Grove, #1, the top team. Noblesville, the #2 team, ranked in 4A baseball right now. McCutcheon, 3. And then you got Mooresville, 4th, and Floyd Central rounding out the top 5 there in 4A baseball in the coaches poll there this week. Okay, to softball now, where we are in the final month of the regular season. The sectional draw just took place last weekend, and postseason action begins coming up on May the 20th, everybody. Tuesday, Hamilton Southeastern hosted Noblesville in a Hoosier Crossroads clash. In second inning, Royals down 2-0. McKenna Salem with a drive to center field. Millers can't make the catch. That's an RBI double, and it's a 1-run game. Top of the third we go, and Haley Shatko here finds the gap in right center field. 2-run score, and Noblesville's up 4-1. Feeling good. Bottom of the fifth, Royals work their way back. Alex Keymeyers hit by the pitch with the bases loaded. That brings home a run. HSC would go on to win in extra innings. What a game that would be. 5-4 is the final in that one. Okay, so here's a little peek at this week's softball coaches poll in 4A. You got Lake Central, #1. Castle down in Southern Indiana, #2. New Pal, 3. Penn, it's going to be 4 this week. You got Mooresville there in 5th, that is. 5th-ranked team in 4A softball coaches poll. All right, to track and field, where last Friday was the MIC Championships at Lawrence Central High School, and it was a good day for North Central as the Panthers won both the boys and girls team titles. Up next, North Central boys are at the Ben Davis Invitational tomorrow, while the girls team, well, they compete in the Marion County Championships coming up next Tuesday. All the best to all those teams ready to go to work. All right, to golf now, where it was a busy past week of action. Congratulations tonight to Zionsville as the Eagles. They won the Lebanon Invitational. That is, Yorktown claimed the Delaware County Championship over the weekend. And Monday was the MIC Championship. Congrats to North Central as the Panthers earned top conference honors them. So congratulations to all those teams right there. Okay, to basketball, where it was a special afternoon in Knightstown Saturday as the historic Hoosier Gym for this year's edition of the Hoosiers Reunion Classic that features some of the best high school boys and girls seniors in our great state. First quarter of the boys game. There's a Mr. Basketball, Floria Badunga here from out of Kokomo underneath the future Kansas. Jayhawk throws it down there. Third quarter we go. Westville's Trey Buchanan misses the three, but gets his own board there and finds a way there as Keenan Garner Fishers, the future IU Indianapolis Jaguar finishes inside. Fourth quarter we go. It's Micah Davis of Franklin. He buries a three. He will play at Eastern Kentucky next season. Team Hickory would come away with a 2-point win. Okay, so how about the ladies? First quarter action here. Got Allie Caldwell of Zionsville, grabs the board and brings it up herself and buries the three from the top of the key. She'll play collegiately at Holy Cross next year. Third quarter, check out the long pass here from Donahue. She finds Miss Basketball Chloe Spring from Bedford North Lawrence underneath for the hoop. Spring headed to Alabama. Fourth quarter we go. Jordan Poole off to Fort Wayne. Snyder with a jumper out of Fort Wayne Snyder, that is. The future Purdue Boilermaker and Team Hickory cruises to a victory. They get it done. And earlier this week, the IHSAA officially approved both boys volleyball and girls wrestling for full recognition starting, how about this, next school year. This means the IHSAA will host a state tournament for both sports, with girls wrestling in the winter and boys volleyball in the spring. 2 years ago, both sports were added by the IHSAA as part of its emerging sports process there. So congrats to all those students there. I know they're ready to go to work here and a chance to compete there for a state championship coming up next year. Okay, time for a break, everybody. We have much more coming your way here tonight on the Zone Extra. Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Up next, it's the Coach's Corner. His Millers are the second-ranked team in the state. Noblesville baseball coach Justin Keever is here with us in studio tonight. Looking forward to that conversation. And still ahead, they are brothers looking to lead their team to another golf state championship. Tonight, we're going to introduce you to our athletes. Yeah, athletes of the week. Guerin Catholic is on the way.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. This is the Zone Extra Coach's Corner.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Time now for our Coach's Corner. His Millers are having another great season, folks. And this week, they're ranked number 2 in our great state of Indiana. Please welcome to the Zone Extra tonight, long-time Noblesville baseball coach, Justin Keever. Thank you so much for joining us, Coach. And I don't take it the wrong way, a long time. But, you know, one thing we do know, you got some great veteran leadership in yourself and just your staff around you. You've been there for, what, almost 20 years, right?
Yeah,
And Noblesville. How sweet has that been for you?
It's been great. The community's been great to our family. It's been a great experience. In fact, our youngest is now a senior there. We've already graduated 2 from there, so it's been a really good experience for us. All
right, I want to talk about your team here, coming in ranked 2nd in the state right now in baseball. And as you look at your guys on your team, what do you like about the product you're putting out there on the baseball field?
I think the biggest part is that they're a connected group, and they're playing for each other. They're playing for their city, and they realize it's about the group. It's not just about them. And I think you have to start there, and then their attention to detail, them trying to get better, even starting in the last fall and then all through the winter, just trying to build their craft, and not only just individually but collectively, how can we be the best team that we can be.
Yeah, you look at your record, 14-3 overall right now. We know you guys have some stiff competition, but I want to ask you this. What would you say is the biggest strengths with your team right now?
think we're pretty balanced. I think some games are better than others, but I think at the plate we've been really disciplined and really consistent in our at-bats, and that's been a nice surprise, not surprise, but a nice feather in our cap this year. And the other part of it is I think we've had the ability to make some really great plays on defense, and we've been pretty disciplined and pretty consistent on defense. That's really helped us. We got 2 catchers, Sam Dino and Sean McMahon, who've done a really nice job for us, kind of stabilizing that position this year. And we lost a good one last year, and so they've stepped in and done a nice job. And just everybody's been really good at being really good at their roles, being a lead in their roles, and can understand where they fit in, and being ready when their number's called.
Yeah, are you more impressed with just the average you guys are, as far as when it comes to runs, averaging 8 runs a game, it seems like, and or the pitching on the other hand, the defense you guys have been able to display a night in and night out?
I think every game is so unique. I mean, some days it's going to be tough sledding to score some runs. You got a good guy on the hill, you got a good team playing defense, and so you got to stay in the fight. And I think our pitchers have kept us in all our games, and our defense has really stepped up. And one that's been down, the other one's kind of picked us up. So it's been a different formula every night, but the consistency in terms of our competitiveness of, again, staying in the fight through all 7 innings has been really key. Yeah,
and so as you get ready for really this final month, the heat is on. I mean, being ranked 2nd in the state, teams are going to be coming after you guys. They know how successful your program has been over the years. What do you hope to see from your guys here as they make this final stretch here and try to make a run to state?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we need to continue to improve. We're trying to win all the games and that we can, but at the same time, are we getting better? We want to win the conference championship again this year. Winning the Hoosier Crossroads Conference is a big deal for all of us, and we wanted to complete that. We know we've got a lot of good teams to get through. The other thing is we got the sectional coming up. We had the draw here recently. We still have 3 weeks of the season left, so we have a lot of work to do until we get to that point. But I think our guys are up for the challenge.
Yeah, you talked about sectional. Let's take a look at as far as your road to state. If you can get the job done through sectional, of course, you got the other rounds in postseason play as well. But here we go, Carmel get set to take on your team there, and you got Westville there and Zionsville. You look at Fishers and the HSC as well. Man, you talk about loaded talent right there. It's not fair, right?
Yeah. It's definitely a tough one, and we have the draw every year, and we kind of look at it as, do you really think it matters? I mean,
that's right. That's right.
I guess we kind of want the bye to play one less game, but we all know that every game that we ever get paired up with is going to be a challenge. It's going to be an incredible environment that we're hosting this year, and we have several times in the past. But at the Dunk, it's just a great environment. A lot of people, not just the schools, come out and support, but a lot of the people in the community want to see some good baseball, and they get that.
Well, I like to ask coaches this all the time when they're here with us on the Zone Extra. Just, you 20 years there at Noblesville. What do you enjoy most about just having that opportunity there to lead the Millers here on the baseball diamond?
I think, I don't know where do I start. I just think most of all, what we get to do is you get to be invested in the community, and the other part of it is the relationships you build with the players, and more importantly, you love to see the relationships they build with each other. And it's kind of our job as the coaches to love the players, and it's their job to love each other. And watching those relationships develop between them is incredibly rewarding. And to do it in a place like Noblesville that supports their athletes, supports their programs, and the community that really comes out. I mean, I always say there's no nation like Miller Nation, and the way they support their teams is really second to none.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here on the Zone Extra. All the best to you. I know you got a tough month ahead, but wish you guys the best of luck as you try to win a state championship, okay?
Appreciate it.
All right, we're going to take a time out here tonight on the Zone Extra. It's our Athlete of the Week segment. And meet the state champion brothers. Open the lead. Guerin Catholic to another golf championship this season. We connect with Leo and Eli Wessel. That's on the way. Plus our on-campus feature tonight was spotlights former Avon Oriole and new 49ers, Isaac Guerendo. All that and more to the come.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Last year, for the second straight season, Guerin Catholic, folks, won the boys golf team state championship, and the Golden Eagles have a strong team once again as they chase a three-peat. Yeah, a three-peat. Two key members of the team are brothers Leo and Eli Wessel. In last year's state finals as a junior, Leo not only helped his squad win the team title, but he also claimed the individual state championship by shooting 6 under par over 36 holes. Eli was a freshman on last year's team and says that playing with his older brother helped calm his nerves. Eli adds that he's learned so much about the game from Leo by watching him and all the time they spend together.
I probably learned the most from my brother because he lives in the same roof as me. You know, the car rides home every day. He tells me, you know, about what he does, what he's thinking about during a shot. He's a great golfer, and he's got a great mind too. So it's really a privilege to have a brother like him.
It's extremely special. You know, I played 2 years without my brother, so last year was an adjustment. You know, taking him to practice and everything. It was, you know, it's fun.
I see them competing strongly against each other. And the love that all of us use, that word love, is more of the brotherly love. I think they make each other better. They're both extremely talented players, and because they have that brotherly thing and the fact that they're both good at a sport, they sharpen each other's edge for sure.
It meant a lot. I mean, it's been my goal since I was a freshman. You know, to complete it was, you know, it was really satisfying, and I had worked all year to it, and I didn't feel like I was making a lot of progress during the regular season. So to finally get a win when it came time to really play well, it was just meant a lot to me.
We got a great opportunity. No one's ever had a three-peat at the golf state title as a team. So I think if we could get that done, that would be amazing. And it would be a great end to my brother's career, and it'd just be a great start to my first 2 years of my career. And I think if we get it done, it'd be absolutely amazing.
What an incredible story. Good luck to them. Time for a break. When we come back, much more here in the Zone Extra, including another edition of Ask the Commissioner with Paul Neidig of the IHSAA.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back to the Zone Extra. Now it's time to go on campus tonight. This week, it's all about a former Avon Oriole making his way to the NFL. Isaac Guerin was selected in the 4th round of last week's NFL draft by the San Francisco 49ers. In high school, Guerin was named Indiana's top wide receiver as a senior with over 1,200 yards and 16 touchdowns. After being selected by San Francisco, Isaac says he can't wait to get to work in a running back room that includes superstar Christian McCaffrey.
I really had the mentality of, you know how the draft goes. It's very unpredictable. So, you know, the range was 3 to 5. So I expected to be in that range. You know, I didn't know, who was going to go before me or how many running backs who was. But, I think mentally I was prepared for whatever. So, obviously excited to finally get picked. It was definitely a dream come true. But, now I'm definitely excited to get to work. The plan is to really just continue to take lessons, to ask questions to the good backs that I'm around, and then, be able to learn from them.
All right, now it's time to Ask the Commissioner with Paul Neidig. Here is the question this week, folks. As we enter the month of May, what is your favorite Indianapolis 500 memory?
Well, there's so many because my father was a state trooper in Indiana, and he actually worked the Indianapolis 500 many years through the 60s and into the 70s. And I still remember my father talking about A.J. Foyt and what a remarkable person he was. And obviously, A.J. was a 4-time winner. And the first one that I really remember is the 1977 win and all the buzz around number 14 winning the 4th Indianapolis 500. And I think he came from behind at the end due to some bad luck on another competitor. But that is my first memory. And so then once I learned about A.J. Foyt, and that was my dad's favorite driver, that was my favorite driver for many years until obviously he moved on. And then we got to watch him as an owner in his cars, how well he did. So it was really that gruff, tough guy that A.J. Foyt was, that was my memory. And that's probably most vivid today of the Indianapolis 500.
All right, folks, thanks for watching the Zone Extra. Have a good night.